Hey everyone, my name is Seppi, and today we're going to be talking about who will win in Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be the upcoming MonsterVerse film this year, 2020, directed by Adam Wingard, produced, distributed by, licensed by Warner Bros., Legendary Pictures, Toho, and you're probably wondering why I'm being so specific on the creators of the film, and that's because I'm going to be looking at this from their eyes. So what would the studio do in this situation? Now, a couple quick disclaimers. Number one, I am well aware that on multiple different occasions it has been stated, including one time by Adam Wingard himself, that there will be a clear, decisive winner in this film. Now, I don't take that to mean that someone's going to die or only one will survive. I just think it's going to be more of like a one will come out on top, a say uncle type of thing, so to speak. Number two, this isn't necessarily who I want to win. This is just who I think is going to win based on decisions I think the aforementioned studios are going to be making. Which brings us to our third disclaimer, potential spoilers ahead. There have been some toy leaks that have potentially brought to light some aspects of the film that you might want to go into without knowing. So potential spoilers ahead. So who wins? We have Godzilla. Godzilla has recently just been crowned King of the Monsters in the last year's film, King of the Monsters, obviously. He defeated the alien Titan Ghidorah, so he currently holds the crown. And then we have Kong, the guy that everyone's been talking about for months and months, if not years on end, that he's too small, he's the underdog, one atomic blast is going to set him aflame. The underdog. Do you see where I'm going? If not, Kong. My answer is Kong. Kong's going to win, I think. So let me explain. This is going to be kind of an interesting analogy. Hopefully you follow. But look at television series, and specifically love stories in television series. Quite the opposite of two giant titans fighting, but you might see where I'm going in a second. So if you look at, let's take a series like Friends. Ross and Rachel, they do it in a museum. They start dating maybe a couple seasons into the series. I can't really remember. It's been a while. Then ratings probably went down, so they had to break them up. And they don't get back together until the last episode of the entire series. And the reason I bring that up is because Godzilla has a couple movies in been crowned king. If he stays king, if he stays dating Rachel, so to speak, it's just going to be like, oh great, Godzilla just defeated another Titan. We expected that. Nothing new. He has nothing to work towards. He's literally already been crowned king of the planet. Like, what else? King of space. He already kind of is king of space. He defeated an alien. Like, he has to kind of be humbled in a sense and brought down a few pegs. So if the MonsterVerse continues, probably based on the success of this film, hopefully, fingers crossed, we have something to look forward to Godzilla working towards. We have, he's been knocked down a little bit. Kong took his crown, or maybe someone else took his crown, and he has something to work for. So hopefully that makes sense. But basically, let me wrap this up by saying that Godzilla will still have victories in the film because I believe, spoilers ahead, this is going to be a team-up film. This is going to be one of those films where they fight, there's a clear winner, Kong pins him down or injures him pretty badly. It's a say uncle type situation, like I keep saying. And then the bigger threat, possibly Mechagodzilla, comes in and they have to team up and fight him. So I still think Godzilla is going to get his victories. And I actually think he's going to walk away from this film with a shred of respect, or maybe a little bit more than a shred of respect for Kong. Because I'm not saying that Godzilla is going to get spanked by Kong. I'm not going to say that he's going to, like in the 60s movies, not going to get spun around in circles, trees. He might get the tree shoved down his throat. But I'm not saying it's going to be embarrassing for Godzilla. It's going to be an equal fight. It's probably going to be a great fight, pretty even. Kong's just going to eventually get that edge because it'll probably be a pretty long battle. They'll probably meet a couple times in battle until, like, obviously the final battle, potentially with other kaiju, Mechagodzilla maybe being one of them. So yeah, I hope they do something a little bit more creative with the film than just kind of taking those tropes and really diving into them with like the team up thing, the Batman versus Superman everyone's comparing it to. I hope they do something a little bit more creative with it. I just think that they're definitely going to have that team up type of moment, and it's probably going to be awesome to see on screen, especially with Mechagodzilla. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think Kong is going to win? Do you think Godzilla is going to win? Maybe neither of them win. And in fact, I'll leave this little note at the end. I hope they kind of keep it ambiguous. I'd rather fans discuss who actually won the fight, or who, like, pound for pound, punch for punch, who actually technically might have won, maybe leaning a little bit more towards a clear winner because they've obviously said there's going to be a clear winner, but I'd rather have it ambiguous. Hopefully when they did reshoots, they changed that and they made the ending more ambiguous, or at least the fight between Godzilla and Kong more ambiguous before they team up. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about it, guys. Who do you want to win? Who do you think's going to win? Actually write that down. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you want to win? And maybe some ideas on how. What would be some interesting ways? What would be some things you would like to see on screen that Godzilla or Kong does to each other to potentially get the upper hand? So that's all I got for you guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at @mynameis_Seppi, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.